Hi everybody, I'm the Idea Maker, and today I'm going to be reacting to a very, very special movie that it was my first review on this channel, and I am so happy that I am getting to do this for this channel. It's going to be a revisited reaction to Unsung Hero. Now, as you guys might know or might not know, that I did a non-spoiler review slash story time on this movie, and if you guys are not familiar with what Unsung Hero is, it is a movie made by the band For King & Country that it describes their journey, their family's journey from Australia to the United States back in 1991, and it chronicles their journey from how they started off to coming to America, and how the Smallbones family's oldest daughter, Rebecca, ended up becoming Rebecca St. James, which is a very, very popular and very talented Christian artist that is still doing beautifully made music today to spread God's word to other people. Now, For King & Country, they've been doing music for a long time as well, and they have been such a huge inspiration to my life. If you guys don't know the full story about it, where I got to be introduced to them and know who they are, and got to even see them perform, and we got to talk to them during a time when things were going on with COVID, and they had a virtual meet and greet session. You guys can check out that video in the link in the description below. You guys can check it out over on the right hand side, over at the top on the recommended. And if it's possible for me to be able to put the video right here on my right hand side for you guys to be able to click on it, if you guys want to watch that first before getting into the movie reaction, then please do so if you guys want to. Now, the one thing I could say about this movie is that it's a Christian drama, but it also feels like a family drama, that it really, really pulls you into this story that you might not even know about. And it might get you interested into where this family's journey started and where it's continuing. Now, For King & Country has been my favorite artist of all time for the past 9 years. I got introduced to him at 15 years old, and from there, it's just been such an inspiration from here on out. Their music has been very, very inspiring, and God has really gave them the gift of being these wonderfully spiritual, talented artists that spreads his word and also spreads the messages that needs to be said at the right time. You know, it's just such an amazing story that you guys would love, and who have not seen it, you guys will definitely be in love with this movie. And for me, as I am revisiting this movie after I saw it on a Thursday night showing before the official release date, which was Joel and Luke's parents' 49th wedding anniversary. Joel and Luke Smallbone, who are the founding members of For King & Country, they're the ones that helped create this movie to be this successfully driven, heartfelt drama that I cannot express any more than I could ever think of. And I just want to say, before I get into this, a couple things. The first time I saw this, I cried about 3-4 times. I probably will again, or more. Most likely it'll be more, for personal reasons and for heartfelt reasons. Second of all, my unsung heroes, definitely it's God first. Second is my family, which includes my grandma, my mom, and my grandpa. And they are my unsung heroes that have helped me to become the person that I am today. So thank you to you guys so much. Thank you, God. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Grandpa, for being there, for always being there for me, always supporting me, and always backing me up with everything that comes my way, for the ideas that I want to get to embrace and try to apply it to my life, and get to pursue the career of being an engineer and also a part-time YouTuber as much as possible. So I thank you again. And this reaction is for you guys. It's for God, for my grandma, for my mom, for my grandpa. And this reaction is for Luke and Joel especially, for Rebecca, for the Smallbone family, for those who created this, to show how much appreciation that I have and how many people have toward this beautifully made movie. And this is also for those who had their unsung heroes out there, that if you guys have an unsung hero, put that in the comments below and tell me why that specific person is your unsung hero. Why they are the reason that you are the person that you are today. What drove you to become the person that you are today? Why that person helped you to be a strong fighter, to never give up on the dreams that you have, and to never give up on your faith. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into the revisited reaction to Unsung Hero right now. That is pretty cool. The way how they have the different logos of the band's name over time, that's pretty awesome. It kind of shows a little bit of the journey that they had. And it definitely is a true story. A beautiful one. This scene broke me down. This scene broke me down so hard.
Please state your name.
Rebecca Smallbone, sir.
Your name?
Daniel Smallbone.
Benjamin.
Joe. Lurk. Joshua.
So just the 6 kids then, huh?
Yeah, just the 6 kids, all right.
So tell me, what are you doing in America?
Sir, let's just say that there is a major reason, and God made that reason happen, okay? You'd be surprised. 15 hours earlier. Hey! Wait a minute! That's Rebecca! That's Rebecca St. James! I didn't even know that she was the flight attendant. Are you kidding me? Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention, in this movie, there's a cameo from every single family member. So we're going to also try to see if we can pinpoint every single one of them out. So there's also going to be a game too. For those that you guys know for King and Country and you know the family and you know the family members, we're going to play a little game when it comes to this reaction as well. You bet it's a film by For King and Country. You bet it is. And an amazing one, too. And a very inspirational one, too.
Everybody get ready to rock, because all the
There's
way from
Joel.
USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Woo!
Swiper.
There we go! Wait! Dude! What's that? Yeah! Yeah, to hell with the enemy, alright. Preach it, brother! Who said you can't praise God while having a movie reaction?
Every promoter dreams of bands like this, so it makes my job easy.
David, listen. I've been talking with Eddie DeGarmo and Dana Key, planning an Australian tour.
Yeah, okay. With all due respect, that's a bit of a step back.
No. Dude, it's not a step back. Dude, that's an opportunity
We're
for
ready
you.
for more. We're ready for Amy.
Oh, Amy Grant.
We'd make back every cent. Look, she's at the top of her game. I'm at the top of mine. 1 + 1 = 3.
I like the optimism, but you can't just assume that just because you're at the top of a game, it doesn't mean that it's gonna always be like that. You know, life is full of ups and downs. You can't always think that way. Ooh, I love that transition. The way they had her looking up there, you know, when she was over backstage compared to when she's on the plane. That's pretty good. Not gonna lie. You know, they put a lot of thought into this movie. Like, every single person who was involved in this movie, they put so much thought and so much time into the parallelisms between when they're on the plane and when they're at home. That's so
Why is he working all the
good.
time?
Well, it takes a lot to live out your dream.
It's true.
You know, a lot of hard work and sacrifice.
It's very true. I know that exact feeling. I went through it when I was in school to get my bachelor's degree, and I'm still going through it with my engineering job.
Do you have a dream, Mom?
You bet she has a dream.
My dream has always been to have a great big family.
It's a good dream.
So you've already got your dream.
Oh, yeah. She has. Man, fax machines. Ooh. And we know it's the 90s.
I've got to cross-check a couple of deal points, but it's as good as done, yeah.
It's good.
I always loved your
I
optimism.
mean, optimism's a good thing, yes.
It's just a lot of money.
That is true, too.
And I feel like we're putting our lives on the
I
line.
could understand that from a financial standpoint. It's not that you're not up for it. There's a lot of writing on this. There's a lot of writing onto this where there's a lot of things that could go wrong. You can't always just take it that things are always going to always be cautious about things. Like, it's good to be optimistic and it's confess success, yes, but you always have to remember things happen.
This is the recession that Australia had to have.
Oh, that's not going to make things better. Recessions are... Oh, that's not going to be good.
It's going to be a great show, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. Really.
Hey.
Sorry, why? Oh, yikes. It wasn't a sold-out show. Ooh, that was a good shot, too, the way how they had that, too. And that's a beautiful way to be able to have the mom thinking about the past and then the turbulence. That was a thing of turbulence, life turbulence. And then having for the sunrise to be going up like that, just like a parallelism between the rough patches in life and that the sunrise representing God still going to bring those blessings to you in life despite the bad happening.
I'm going to lose everything.
Man, I wish I could help you. You signed the contract, brother.
Dude, you did act a cocky when it came to Eddie DeGarmo, man. I mean, having Amy Grant was a good thing too, but it's like it wasn't a bad thing either, because it's like what my grandma says, when opportunity knocks, grab it, because you're not going to get that chance again. He should have taken the deal. But things happen because God lets them, and things happen for a reason. Oh, it seems fun with all the streamers and the gatherings. That sounds fun. I've had that a few times. They were fun too. That seems fun.
Hey, happy birthday, my boy.
Oh, I think we got him. Hey, Grandpa Jay.
Yeah, you guys got him.
I couldn't be more surprised.
Oh yeah, especially with the stuff that's coming. That's so cool. Like home movies. June 5th, 1991. That's so ironic. June 5th, 1991. That's June 5th was when I went to Disneyland with my family.
The man of the hour. My old man of a son, David Tom. You've always been a renegade, David.
Yeah.
Dreamed big, sometimes too big for my comfort. And for Helen's too, I'm sure. But you've always found your footing.
Yep.
You've provided.
Yep.
You've achieved so much.
Yep.
But look around you, David. Your wife, your family, your faith, your son. That's what makes you rich in life.
Yep.
Yours is the earth and everything that's in it.
Yep. That's beautiful.
To David.
To David. That's a beautiful,
One more
beautiful speech.
Thank you, Doc.
One more Prezi, huh?
Surprise.
Baby number 7. That's crazy to think of having 7 kids. Oh, she senses that something's wrong. She senses it.
What is it you're not telling me?
Prepare for bad
I'm worried
news.
about you and what the doctor said when you had
That's
Josh.
not it, man. I know that's not it.
That's not it, is it?
See, a woman knows how to read people. She's got a mother's intuition. Every woman has a mother's intuition as to how they can be able to read people, and it's incredible. It's like you can't lie to a woman. You can't.
It's the Amy tour.
Yep.
I'm gonna lose $500,000.
Ooh. Yikes. $500,000, and it was the 90s? 91. Ooh. And then Australian dollars compared to US. Let's do the conversion on that. That's a lot for her to take, honestly. The nausea from the pregnancy. The way that this movie is edited, especially with the flashbacks to the plane, that's very, very well done. I love the thing of going back and forth that way. I love it.
Hello? Eddie DeGarmo. David Smallbone in Australia. Hey, you still looking to come down here to tour?
We're not hoping. We're confident.
That's great.
Gotta figure it out. Found someone who actually believes in it.
Ooh.
A couple months ago, the shoe was on the other foot.
Yeah, I hate to say it. See, man. See, this is what happens when you're cocky. And this is what happens when you think that you got everything planned out and you think everything's going to go right. Never plan like that. Like, every single opportunity that comes to you, grab it. No matter how big or how small it might seem, a step in progress is a step in progress. You can't always think that one step of progress is a small step or a big step. Any amount, any step of progress is a step to success. Oh, I just caught it right now. That Striper song. They just did an instrumental of it. I didn't even catch it until now.
Darling, it's Carmen. He's a major artist.
Carmen, honestly, I don't think I've heard of him. For those of you guys who do know who Carmen is, leave it in the comments below. Maybe I might give a listen to his music too. I've listened to Amy Grant. I've listened to Michael W. Smith. I've listened to freaking country, to other different artists. I'm blanking out at the moment, but I listened to a couple of good ones, even from the 80s, the 90s.
Beck just got lead vocals in school band. Daniel's made the swim team. Joshy's about to go into year 1. What, we just pluck him out of school?
We couldn't afford to keep him in school even if we stayed.
Were they in a private school?
We have lives and friends and family. And also, I'm preggers.
Yeah, that's not going to be easy.
You know I'd do any job for you. But the economy's wrecked.
Yeah.
I'm 40.
Isn't Joel 40 now? I'm wondering. I thought he just recently turned 40 almost about a month ago. I'll put that on the left to see if I'm right.
I want to do something that matters. And this is it. This is my last chance.
Even though it's his last chance, it's going to be one of the best chances and one of the best risks that him and the family will ever make. Trust me. I know.
Keep telling myself it's just 2 years.
Your visa says 6 months.
Yeah, we'll have to renew.
Oh.
Sad to see you go, but it'll be good for you. All of you. Great things in store.
You bet you. You bet that there's big good things in store with them moving to the U.S. this way.
If you can dream,
Not make dreams your master.
you'll be a man, my son.
That is a good quote to live by. Very, very good quote to live by. I'm wondering if that came from a novel or if it came from a thing that the family had for a while, like a saying that they've had for a while. It's a good one. I really like it.
For your safety and the safety of those around you, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and keep the aisles clear until we're parked.
All right, they're about to enter L.A.
What brings you and 6 kids to the United States, Mr. Smallbone?
Well, if I was going to come up with a fake name, it wouldn't be that one, right?
Dude, you shouldn't have said that.
In the music industry, here to start a record label with an artist.
How long you intend to stay?
6 months and...
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
I'm gonna have to ask you to step aside. I'll be right with you.
Oh, no. This scene gets me. This scene got me the first time.
Oh, that's from my mom.
Ma'am, you're gonna need to stand back. I'm not gonna ask you again.
Oh, no.
The baby's onesie.
Oh, no.
Stop crying, all right?
Ma'am, keep him quiet or we'll need to separate you.
Oh, no. And this is going to be an important moment.
You're free to go.
Thank you, Lord.
You can thank your mom.
That's moment number 1. That was moment number 1.
Hi there. How are y'all doing today?
Oh, we're in a terrible state. We got stuck in customs and coppers kept us in secondary for donkey's ages. The kids are knackered. Can we still get to Nashville this summer?
Yeah, you want to rephrase it?
What he meant to say is that we're all pretty weary and we got pulled aside by customs agents and I think we've missed our flight to Nashville. Could you maybe check if there's another flight this afternoon?
Of course, ma'am. Why didn't he just say
Well,
nothing with 8 seats for another 3 days.
Fair income.
Honey, I'm gonna have to ask you to watch your language.
Do you have any other ideas?
the train. Nice view of the countryside and everything. September 17th, 1991. September 18th, 1991.
Hey, sorry to keep missing you. We've had a few delays. Just a couple days out. Really looking forward to getting started.
Ooh, I don't think it worked. Oh, hey, you know, I might be in my 20s, but I do know how payphones work, surprisingly. I know how a lot of older things work, surprisingly. I grew up on the old retro stuff when I was a kid. So I do know how a lot of these different things work. To be honest, I'm in my 20s, but I'm really not used to the new stuff. I'm still used to the older things, and I'm an engineer. Oh, there they are. The real parents. That's them. I didn't even notice them. Oh, wow. All right, to their brand new home. You know, it's a nice house. It's a pretty nice house.
Thanks very much for the ride. So proud. How much do we owe you?
$14? Man, back when taxi and cab fares were way cheaper than they are now, from what I know. Especially when you have 8 people? Well, 9 if you include the baby, but the baby's not yet born. But that's crazy. What? Wait, where's the furniture?
Where's all the furniture?
That's what I want to know.
Where are we gonna sleep?
So they had no furniture when they got to the house. Insane.
What are we gonna do?
You'll see. It's something. I had to sleep on their clothes. You know, it reminds me of, I think.
You got the rest of your life to sleep in real beds, you know? But it's so boring. Sometimes when I sleep in a real bed and I've got nothing to do, I just...
I love the mom's optimism.
Think about it. Cowboys, astronauts, knights in shining armor. They don't need real beds. No.
They had the ground.
Because they have adventure beds.
Okay.
I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. Because my life is an adventure. And that's what this is.
That is a good way of putting it. That is a beautiful way of putting it to keep the kids at ease. It's like what I was trying to say was that it reminds me of how my grandma, when my grandpa and my grandma were younger, they had a house where it was just a dirt floor. They had no floor whatsoever. They had no tile. They had no rugs. And it was just dirt. It's crazy to think. But they just had a dirt floor. And this hits me hard because, and I tear up at this too, because I'm like, well, you know, people have their situations where you just don't know what's going on until you actually sit down and talk with them and get to understand them. All right, the meeting.
Go ahead and take a seat, David.
That does not sound like good news.
Let's go. World Cup for Australia.
Whoa!
This place is awesome. We could play cricket in the house.
Well, they don't have furniture yet. Once the furniture comes, then that's when they're going to have an issue. Here we go.
What happened?
It fell through.
He took a better deal. They extended his contract.
Oh, it's all competition. The music industry and the movie industry, it's all competition. That's a lot to handle, realistically. I cannot imagine how the mom feels. I can't imagine at all. And then with her being pregnant, it's like, how are they going to make the money? How are they going to provide for the kids? How are they going to do anything? Moment number 2. This hit me hard too. The things that parents have to go through to get their kids going. It's such a struggle. Now, I might not be a parent. I have a couple of friends who are, and I know for a fact that it's a struggle to raise children. I know that it's a struggle when it comes to getting to really, really be there for them, especially if you're working and if you have a job and you're trying to do everything possible to keep them on the right path, to keep them out of trouble, to bring them upright. It's a hard thing. As my grandma put it, parenting does not come with instructions. You have to do the best that you can.
It's a miracle.
And that letter was a miracle too.
It's like some kind of sign that we're supposed to be here.
It's a sign from God. That's what it is. It's a sign from God.
I agreed to 2 years.
And that's what they're gonna go for, is 2 years.
And come what may, I am not going to be another person that breaks a promise to you.
She doesn't seem like that type of a person. She seems like one who will stick to anything through and through.
For giving us food. Thank you, Lord, for giving us food. Thank you, Lord, for giving us food. Right where we are, amen.
When I have kids, I'll teach them that song.
On my last tour back home, I lost a lot of money.
Want us to help you find it?
Oh.
And because of that, no one would hire me in Australia, so I got a job here. And this morning, that job fell through.
Your dad and I believe that this is where we're supposed to be.
So this isn't an adventure?
Oh, no, it is. Every adventure has perils and pitfalls.
They
And
do.
pirates.
Oh, yeah, we've had a fair few of those, haven't we?
True.
So we have to be brave together. And it's not enough for us to just be here for Dad. We have to be here for each other as well.
That's how every family is supposed to be.
We need to pray every day.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
For everything that we need.
Yes, we do.
This is everything we have. And sometimes it's going to grow, and sometimes it will shrink. Rent, bills, groceries.
Mm-hmm.
But it cannot be allowed to disappear.
Right. Good way of putting it.
Can we pray now? I'll start.
Bow your heads.
God, I pray that you'll give us everything that we need. A job for Dad. If it'll help, I wouldn't mind having one too.
Same.
Me too. And we need food.
And a car.
And furniture. So we don't have to sleep on the floor. Not that I mind.
God knows he minds, so he might as well be honest, Benji.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You want to pray, Dad?
Might as well.
God, I don't even really know where to start. But I ask that you would show Mum and me, all of us, show us the way.
Amen.
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 Gets back up and running this Wednesday at 6 p.m. And the homeschool tutorial starts a week from Monday at 9.
Oh! Isn't he from Fast and the Furious? What's his name? I know the actor who it. They just sat down.
Lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth.
This broke me down right here. That broke me down right here. If you guys don't know, that is from For King and Country. For King and Country has that in their song Shoulders. Take a listen to it, please.
Well, I'm Kay. It's my husband, Jed.
That he's the dude that he was in Tokyo Drift. That's who it is. I don't remember his character name, but I do know it is. Oh, wait a minute. That's what's her name? That's Candace Cameron. That's DJ from Full House. Why didn't I'm so used to her blonde hair, not the curly auburn hair that she has, and the accent. That is her. That's right. So one of their jobs was. Oh no, wait, no, they're just mowing the lawn.
That's quite a crew you got there.
Yeah, proper cricket team.
Hey, maybe when y'all get done, you could come do my place?
Oh, I'm not sure we're quite ready to take this show on the road.
How much would you pay us?
There you go. There you go. That's how you do it. That's a start. That's a start. You know, when you have starts, you might not like where you're starting at, but a start is a start. That is a good idea to have too. I know that feeling too.
Mum, how do you spell cheap?
C-H-E.
Why do you ask, Lukey?
I want to ask God to make things more cheap.
So do I. I'm asking God to make things cheaper too. I can relate. There you go. There you go. That's how. Bring the coupons on. It goes down. Prayers have been answered. There you go. That's one way that God answers prayers. That's one way. Who said that God doesn't have a sense of humor?
Well, I'm glad you're all finding your footing.
Some of us, yeah.
No, all of you.
Yep, all.
It may not be the way you want it, but you're making your way.
That's exactly what I said. Chin up. That's all you can do. You just gotta take it as it is. Woo, that's a nice house. That is a nice house.
G'day, David Smallbone from Australia. I've recently arrived with my family. We started a lawn care and house cleaning business, wondering if we could be of service.
Wait a minute.
David Smallbone from Australia is the only David Smallbone.
Oh, yeah. That's Eddie DeGarmo. Yeah.
How'd you get here?
We walked, as usual.
From Australia? You want the gig or not?
Oh, take it. Just take it, man.
These last 2 months, I've just seen miracles.
Helen, it's time. Also,
I mean, if you see miracles, you know that things are working. Ooh. What are they making? Ooh, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Oh, the nice old Kool-Aid bottles that they had the little plastic tops that you had to twist right open. Those are good. I miss those. That's a beautiful house too. Not gonna lie. That's a beautiful house. I don't like the like a parking thing like that because I need a garage.
I write songs.
Oh, right. Dad did music too.
Oh, this is how it gets started.
There are snacks in the kitchen, and kids, y'all can head upstairs to the game room if you want. Or
Ooh, game room sounds fun. If I ever move, like if my family and I ever move and we get another house, and if it's bigger than the one that we're living in, one thing I would like to do is to have a game room. Like that would be so fun.
Thank you for our many blessings, our dear friends, old and new. We thank you for this delicious feast before us. Amen.
Amen.
Seems like they could use some help.
Yeah.
That is the biggest chicken I've ever seen.
Hmm.
It's no chicken, sweetie. It's an ostrich.
An ostrich? I thought it was a turkey.
Not all. Can't just throw to the wolves.
I wouldn't underestimate her.
Neither would I.
Or any of them.
Yep. They all have God-given talents.
We trouble you to give us a ride home. Here you go.
Oh, Jed, we can't borrow your van.
Well, Kay and I had a chat, and the way we see it, it's yours now.
Ooh, another miracle from the Lord. That's another miracle from the Lord.
Let them sue me.
Oh.
I think God wants us to give you the van.
Yeah, absolutely. See, it's a miracle from God. They get to have a car ride home. Oh, they're playing Rhythm of My Heart in the background? That's what I thought! November 29th, 1991.
Sweetie, what's this? What are you doing?
Oh, moving my hand.
Oh, well,
If it helps.
just try and move it more like a normal person.
So if that's how she sings, and if that's how she could be able to do it,
That's really nice, boys. But
they'll get their time. I promise you that. They
I
will.
want a record deal. So do I.
And you guys will. You guys will.
When she
was
sings and thinks no one's watching, she shines. But then in those rehearsals, the sparks just...
I know the feeling, because it's like if you feel like people are watching you, you feel more self-conscious about things, and that's the thing. It's just how it is.
Just give her time.
Yeah, let her do it the way that she needs to do it. That's all that there is.
we can't afford.
I know that, but God has given you guys so many blessings. Take it.
What's this?
Take it as it is.
Oh,
What?
Christmas list.
Oh, Christmas. I want Christmas to get here. Man, Thanksgiving.
Money's tight, boys.
Santa doesn't care that we're poor.
No, he doesn't.
True.
True.
But because we moved, he might not know where we live.
What? You didn't tell him? Why didn't you tell him we moved?
That's enough, Joel.
Oh.
We have to pray.
Oh, yes, it can work like that.
Else. Why can't we pray for this?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
It's time you knew. There's...
Yes, it's time you knew what Mum wants for Christmas.
That's a nice cover-up.
Washing machine to dryer.
Pray for that.
Who wants to pray?
I will.
All right. Let's bow our heads.
Jesus. I bet you and Saint Nick are good friends. So if you could give him our address, we'd be very glad. And please give Mum a washer and dryer. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Guys, Santa needs to know what you want for Christmas.
Oh, it's cute. I like it.
If not now, then when, doll?
Dude.
Christmas morning?
Come on. Don't start losing your faith now. I know that when we're in a really, really tough spot, you know, we could lose our faith whenever we feel like it at that point, and it's so tough, but we just gotta keep holding on to Jesus. That's all. December 24th, 1991. Ooh, that looks good. Save one for me. I want one. I want Christmas now. Like, don't you guys want Christmas now? In a way, I get why not, but at the same time, I kind of want Christmas now. It's like a beautiful time. Oh, that's sweet.
Merry Christmas, Bobo.
A tree! It's all a miracle from God. That's what happens when you keep going and you stick with Jesus. You stick with God. Your prayers will be answered and miracles will unfold before your eyes. This is why you stick with God. No matter what, stick with Him. And I'm telling you, your life will never be the same. Whoever says that Christmas is not the best holiday, you guys are totally out of it. Like, no joke. It's the best time of the year. First, it's because of Jesus' birth. If it wasn't for God turning into the flesh and being born through Mary, then we wouldn't be in the place that we're all in right now. And then Christmas is just one of those beautiful times where people are somewhat nicer and the world seems more at peace. And it's all because of God coming to the world in the flesh as a baby and being born through the Virgin Mary. Oh. 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 Oh.
David, it's time.
Oh. It's time. The baby. It's time.
You sure?
Yeah, she's pretty sure. The 7th time. That's crazy.
Something feels different.
Different. Maybe number 7.
Congratulations, it's a beautiful baby girl.
Oh! Isn't that the nurse? Isn't that the youngest daughter? Libby, I think her name is? Oh no. Oh, she looks pale. Like, it's not even funny. She's losing color really bad. I know that feeling too. I know that one as well. I almost lost my grandma as well several times, and that hits me hard because it's like they're fine at one, the person that you love, they're fine 1 minute, and then the next thing you know, they're not fine. But she's alive.
The doctor was worried about the bleeding. She wants you to stay a few days to rest.
She almost died, but the Lord brought her back. She shouldn't be sorry. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. Nothing is the mom's fault at all. Giving birth to a baby is nobody's fault. Ooh. Oy, that's a lot of money.
How about $250 a month for a year?
That's a miracle from God.
3,000 total.
And we'll consider it settled.
That's more than half. That's more than half. Yeah, that's more than half.
Huh. It's weird.
What?
It says here it's been paid in full.
That's another miracle from God. If that's not a miracle, and if that doesn't prove that God exists, I don't know what kind of cold, hard heart that you have. There you go. There you go.
Yes, what's her name? Elizabeth.
question.
She is so precious.
Hey, your kids are just great. I mean, what a joy. Kay and I, we just love them to death.
How can you not love him?
Here, let me help you.
I said I can manage.
Hey, I'm sorry. Kay and I, we're trying to help.
You know, it's not just that you paid the bill. It's that you gave them double. I had them down to $3,000. I'd finally done something worthwhile, and you didn't even give me the chance. You just threw money at it. You throw money at everything.
Whoa.
If you want to help us, please, just back off.
Dude. When you push people away like that, especially those who really want to help you, then that's not the way to go. Like, it's not the way to go at all. I get that he feels like if it's not the best thing for him, and I get it. Like, sometimes you'll feel like a failure if you don't get things done the way that you want them. But the thing is what counts is that
God makes everything beautiful in His time.
there we go. That's another one of the lyrics that Rebecca had for a song. Yeah, there we go. That's right.
Does anybody really care what a 16-year-old girl thinks about life? Or God? Or anything else for that matter?
You know, for a
I
16-year-old
know what
girl.
I believe. So.
Yeah.
Sure. Come back when you look like it.
It's a very competitive thing out
Be
there.
with Beck at her auditions. Help her to sing better and fix her hand so she can get a record deal.
Please help us make money even in the winter. If he is dead, he looks for another job.
And then, see, the thing is that you can't let, your ego get the best of you. That's the thing. Look, a lot of things are going to come and they're going to knock you down and they're going to pull you into this hole where you feel like if things are going to drag you down, it's not going to help. But the thing is that when you give those things to God, and when you give your burdens, and when you give these problems to God, that's when you know that He starts working. I've given the problems that I've had. I gave them to Him. I cast them onto Him and I throw them onto Him. And I feel so much better. I know that things that's been coming my way and my family's way, it's because that we've been giving our lives to Christ is like the first step into success.
They're not in the way.
Mm-hmm.
They are the way.
Amen. They are the way. See, that's the thing. If you let your faith falter and if you let yourself get dragged down by the horrible circumstances of life, you're not going to be able to experience God's grace and God's blessings fully unless you fully let Him take over.
When you're all done here, Susan will get you squared away. Cash, right?
Yeah.
Huh? No, I was just talking to the cleaning guy.
Oh, that's gonna be the final straw. But see, some of these things happen because, and I feel this personally, that I feel like sometimes God will put these things happen so that way we would strengthen our faith and our relationships with Him and our character. We strengthen our character through Him and we become better than we were before. When you start really sitting down and having a good conversation with God and you start really talking to Him, you really start talking to God, then you're going to feel so much of a difference. Believe me, try it.
Dinner's nearly ready. Why don't you take the bowls, set the table? Ramen again?
Hey, ramen's ramen, but you know what? It can be good. It can be good.
I thought we could ask him for an audition, since he's a friend.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Uh-oh.
Well, why isn't it a good idea?
Look, we've got the Word Records audition. I say we focus on that. I feel good about it.
Yeah, but we felt good about other ones too, so if it doesn't work out, I just thought that...
I don't think it's the right fit.
Well, beggars can't be choosers, David.
We're not all beggars, Helen.
Oh no, he's about to snap at this point.
What is that supposed to mean?
Ooh, here we go.
I just thought we could talk to him since he's a friend and
He's not your
just
friend.
give up. But why not just give it a go? I don't understand why
Because you're his maid.
Ooh. Yikes. Did not have to blow up like that. I get where you're coming from, but didn't have to blow up like that.
Beck, look, I only meant...
Bite her head off for trying. You're being too hard on her.
Compared to what, Helen? Compared to you?
Oh!
I wanted to protect her from this, but you pushed for it, so now someone's got to teach her and all of them to face facts.
You don't need to tell me that I'm a bad mum, because I already feel like I'm failing them.
No one thinks you're a bad mum. Everyone knows who the real failure is.
Oh, such pride.
Oh,
so much
there we
pride.
go.
Right, so much pride that I just scrubbed Eddie DeGarmo's toilet But hey, if that's not degrading enough, now I have to go down on bended knee asking for a record deal?
She just wants an audition.
That's not the point. I'm trying to protect her, to spare her from humiliation, but that means nothing to you. It's nothing for you to go begging for presents or furniture.
Whoa! Whoa!
Christmas come and go to spare
They
you?
just magically showed up in our
Do you pay
yard,
attention to
gifts in
anyone but
hand.
yourself?
Another miracle.
It was a miracle.
It was.
No, it wasn't lightning from the sky. It was an answered prayer.
Amen.
Would it kill you to be grateful?
I was
Yeah.
grateful.
Oh,
I
yes.
was. Am I not allowed to feel more than one thing at the same
That's
time?
one thing we don't allow in our house. It's room for you and your feelings.
They just showed up with their pity and their judgment.
No one is
There's
judging
no
me.
judgment, no pity. No one has been.
You're not protecting any of them. You're protecting your pride. And it's holding them back. Just because you had your dreams dashed doesn't mean I'm going to stand here and let you crush theirs.
She needs to hear what I wish to God someone had told me. People in this industry, they're not your friends. They do not care about you or what happens to you.
David.
They only care about what you can do for them. And it's not enough. It will never be enough. You will never be enough.
Oh! Woo! That slap though! Woo! Sheesh! She had to straighten him out though. You did not have to tell her that she'll never be good enough. That, like that, woo! Sheesh, even I felt it. Woo! Sheesh! Man, that slap though. Oh, yeah. I love this song too. That's a good one. You know, I listen to this song all the time when I go to work. No joke. I listen to for King Country's version of this song, and it's incredible. You take a listen to that one too.
We think that we might be looking at the next Amy Grant.
Ooh, wow. That's a big honor right there.
The accent.
It's adorable. It's so charming.
That's
Adorable.
not a knife.
Yes.
Now that's a knife.
I've never seen Crocodile Dundee. Maybe I might watch it. If you guys want me to watch it for the channel, let me know.
We are prepared to offer you a development deal.
Woo! There we go. See? Let God's blessings flow. Let him work. March 5th, 1992. There we go. Oh.
David, no, I'm calling for you. It's James. You're dead.
Oh no.
He's gone.
Oh no. The last phone call that he had with him was on such bad terms.
I've got to get back to Australia. We don't need the full amount.
Gotta be honest with you, David. Sandy and I got to talking, and Rebecca's great. We think she has a bright future.
We agree on that.
We just need to give it some time on our end. Maybe we talk again in a year or two.
Ooh.
Is this because of me?
Oh no, Hero. Oh no. It's honestly such a hard thing for his father to die and then for Rebecca to have the rejection at that same moment. That's insane. That's a lot to take in. It can be too much for a person. It's horrible on how tough that it can be, and it's even more tough when having to just going through it. It's hard.
David.
Shoot. Whoa. That's such a tough thing to see. This imagery alone of the wife holding on to him, you know what it just goes to show? There's times where husbands need to hold on to their wives to just give them the comfort that they need, but it doesn't have to just be the husband embracing and holding on to the wife. It's okay if it's the other way around. If it's the wife embracing the husband because he's going through so much. Look, all of us are human beings that it just, at times we feel like things are just gonna fall apart, but when we need that support, they will give us the support that we need.
You all come home. For good.
They still need to be there. I know that it's tough, but God's put them there for a reason. There's no doubt about it. God has put them there for a reason. And even when he puts us in places where we think that we don't need to be at, we're there for a reason. And we can't just ignore it. We can't ignore it at all. We got to grab the bull by the horns and just do it. Just go and embrace the circumstance and just rely and trust on God to get through.
What kind of husband
You're a good husband and a good father and a good man that is just in pain. There's nothing you can do at the moment of the circumstances. It's not your fault. None of this is your fault. These things happen for a reason, but God gets us out of these circumstances no matter what. He always has gotten every single one of his children out of these rough times, and he will keep doing so.
Look, a playground. Whoa! Mom, can we pull over, please? Mom, pull over, please. Mom, please.
You know, sometimes we just need to get out of the house and just walk around and enjoy nature, enjoy life. This is what we need. There's times where we need this.
Mom, come on, up here.
There we go. Who's taking care of the baby, though?
I thought I smelled pirates. What do you think, Lieutenant Joshi?
Let's get them.
Yeah.
Cute.
There's one thing left to do. We burn the ships.
Another one of their songs and their albums. Nice little Easter egg. Nice little Easter egg.
It's going to be dangerous and scary.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be hard.
Yep.
It's going to be so hard that you want to go back.
Yep.
But if you know that you can go back, you will.
Mm-hmm.
And giving up, giving in, it's not an option.
No, it's not.
We've got to fight our way forward.
That's what we got to do. We are strong soldiers of God. We got to keep moving forward no matter what the circumstances are.
You wrote a song back?
Yeah, she did. One of the best ones that she's ever written. That song is so true, and every word of it's so true. The Lord does make everything beautiful and makes everything brand new. Every single day, every single morning. And in His time, everything will be beautiful. And in His time, we will be able to get through the pain, the suffering, the agony, the hardships of life, and we'll just trudge right on through. Just keep on having that childlike faith to push through the tough parts of the world. Because once we have accepted God into our hearts, we are in this world, but we're not a part of it. Just need to get out of bed, and you got to do what you got to do. You got to just face life as it is.
I've acted like a fool. Can you forgive me?
Yep, especially to Rebecca.
I lost sight of what it's all about, of who it's all about, but you never did. You're a beautiful singer, but you're an even more beautiful person.
That's beautiful. It's very beautiful to say.
But I need you to know that I'm honored to be your dad, and that I'm sorry.
That's all you needed to say. It's all you needed to say.
Eddie DeGamo, David Smallbone from Australia.
Hey, David Smallbone from Australia is the only David Smallbone I know.
All right. This is what happens when the family unites. They get more things done. They accomplish more. They dream more. They envision more. They live more.
You're going to sing harmonies on the chorus and hey, share this mic, right?
What? With Lou?
Or Rebecca.
And Jesus.
And Jesus.
When you put it like that.
Believe me, Joel.
Letting the wings and stuck with you.
Joel.
Story of my life.
Joel, you and Luke are going to make an incredible group. Just wait and see. There we go. I'm so glad that they resolved that.
You promised adventure. And you delivered.
He delivered all right.
Without further ado, Rebecca Jean Smallbone.
There we go.
Wow. Rebecca, that was good.
More than good. It's fantastic.
I love to sing. And if it can help other people find what God's given me and my family, then I'll do it with all my heart.
Yep, exactly. And that's what she's been doing. That's what the boy's been doing.
Well, Rebecca, it pains me to say this, but I'm going to have to look for someone else. To clean my house.
Oh!
Welcome to Forefront.
There we go! There we go!
I want Dad to manage me.
There we go.
Now, here's my stipulation.
Okay.
It's the name.
Hey, what's the matter with it?
How do you feel about Rebecca St. John?
I got someone. I think she got something better. Rebecca St. James. There she is.
I always believed that you could do anything you set out to do. And I knew that you could do it without losing your soul.
It's a beautiful thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my big sister, Rebecca St. James.
There we go. They had them at backup vocals too. I know that was one of the other brothers. I don't think I found them all, but still. Hey, if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. Absolutely. Mother Teresa. Oh, paraphrase. Okay, that's how it is. Oh, there they are. The real clips. The small bones arrived in the USA in 1991. Their hardships prepared them for the road ahead. In 1994, Rebecca released her debut album with Eddie DeGarmo and Forefront Records. After a multi-decade career, she continued to record and tour. I knew that was her. Yep, with a family of her own. Wow, all of them. Daniel became Rebecca's official lighting director. He now shines lights on the brightest stars in the industry. Ben kept documenting the family's adventures, including music videos and movies with his siblings. He has become an award-winning filmmaker. Josh followed in his father's footsteps. He manages the family business to this day alongside his dad. Libby is still the beloved little sister. She's an equestrian, writer, singer, and actor. After years of waiting in the wings with Luke's Joel reluctantly asked him to form their own duo. Luke reluctantly agreed. They called the band For King and Country. Oh yeah, what a career they've all had, man. David went on to manage Rebecca St. James and For King and Country. Together, they've earned 5 Grammy Awards and performed for over 10 million people worldwide. Yes, they have. Helen is still the glue that holds the family together. What a beautiful movie. What a beautiful movie. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. And then just to see all of the old photos and everything, that's incredible. Look at that. Wow. All right. Wow. That's all I gotta say is wow. But yeah, what an absolutely great movie this was. That I have no words to express on how beautiful this movie is, just because of the fact that they get to the main center of what family is about. You know, life is gonna have their ups, it's gonna have their downs, it's gonna have so many different things that we might not even think about, and things that we don't expect. But when family really comes together and they really pull through, you know for a fact that you're going to be in the right hands. There's so many things that come from family that people, they don't realize it. And sadly, people don't think about it until it's too late. A lot of things that sometimes people think about is that sometimes family is the one that's holding us back. Family is the reason why we are the people that we are. You know, sometimes we make ourselves into the people that we are at times, depending on the situation. But I guarantee you, family is the main reason why we are the people that we are. For instance, I'm the person that I am because of my family. And I give all the credit to God putting them in my life. And I give God the credit for giving me the best family I could ever ask for. There's so many different families out there that people wish that they could be a part of. That they're loving and supporting, and that they're caring, and that they understand them. And sometimes people don't have that opportunity, but there are people, and there are those who do have that opportunity, and we have to be there to grasp that chance and know that we're being loved and cared by them no matter what. There's so many different experiences and circumstances that can make us or they could break us. And that's what this movie talks about, is there are things that will make us into the people that we are. Or there's the things that could break us into just wanting to give up in life, to give up in our careers, to give up in our future, our family, even scarily our hope in God or our relationship with God. A couple of different things I could talk about. You know, there have been times where, even in my life, the circumstances were not the best. I had a lot of hard times during schools because of teachers that I didn't like. Even when I was in the university, I had professors I didn't like, and they were something else. And I didn't know what to do. I felt like I was trapped. I felt like if the world was just closing in. But, you know, at that same time, my grandma was sick too. So I felt like if life was still trying to drag me down even more. But sometimes it's such a hard thing when it comes to, let's say you were brought up in a Christian home, and let's say that you've known God all of your life. There are people that will still keep following God like I have. There are people that they decide to turn away from him, which it's a sad thing. You know, sometimes us as Christians, sometimes we still wonder why we still keep following God even when there's these terrible things that happen to us. And I know why my reason is on still sticking with them. You know, God has saved my life and rescued me many times. I have no doubts of it whatsoever. He has rescued my grandma. She's almost died several times, and she came back. She's still here. Of course, you know, she right now is not doing so great, but she's still here. Right now, I am so grateful that she's still serving God and being the person that she is. I don't think I would be the person I am today if it wasn't for her being the glue that holds the family together and lifts us up. She's there to help us out spiritually. She's there to bring us the comfort that we need. And I think if she was not here, I don't think that this family would be the same and things would not be the way that they are. So I definitely have to give it to her. Thank her for everything that she's done to help raise me in my spiritual life and in my life in general. Story told short, my mom's been a single parent, and my grandparents stepped in to help raise me, and my grandma was the one that raised me in all the areas of my life along with my mom. And you know, my grandfather was there to help, and I don't think I would be the person that I am today if it wasn't for my grandma stepping in. I don't know my dad, and honestly I'm all right with that, because I think I've said it in my review of Unsung Hero that even when they asked me who's my dad, I would tell them God's my father, because I didn't know who my dad was. And honestly, at this point, I really don't feel like I need him. You know, my family, my mom and my grandma have been like my fathers and my mother's. My grandpa's been like my dad too. And I'm not ashamed of saying it. I mean, I have a heavenly father, which he's always been there to get me through the thick and the thin. And I have my earthly family here, which they have been so gratefully there. And, you know, I have friends near and far, local and online, that I'm so grateful to have met and that I still keep in touch with. And, you know, they're also the reason why I am the person that I am as well, because I give them credit as well in terms of the fact I can never keep a friend because people didn't really want to know me. But those people, you know, both near and far, that they've still stuck around for all these years, I'm grateful to you all, new and old as well. So I thank you for that so much. Eternally grateful. And you know, there's so much of this movie that I reflect in my own life, like how when they were thinking about moving over to the United States, and the mom said that we couldn't split the family up. You know, that's the same thing with me. It's like if one of us in the family moves, we're all gonna move. If one of us wants to go on vacation, we're all going on vacation. If we want to travel, we're all going. It's been like that ever since I was born, and that's never going to change. It'll never change. And I'm grateful that it will not change. I'm grateful for that, because people are not going to always be there. But one thing that I will say is that a lot of this movie, I really reflect on my life. And I think that this is the best movie of this year. I know that might be an interesting statement to make, but it is my statement, and I will not turn back on those words. This movie really shows you what it's like to endure the hardship but have the family that you need in order to do so. There's a lot of things that I also agreed with the dad on. You know, a lot of times that David was talking about how it's a competitive thing, people don't care about you. It is true to a point. And I say that because people these days they can be really upsettingly mean and cruel these days. There are amazing people that are there to help you. But there are those who they just want to bring you down, and it's just terrifying and terrible. But one thing that I am grateful for are the people who have been there to help me. And I've had many. Some of them I don't talk to because we haven't talked in a while. And some of them I work with. Some of them I still talk to, and some of them I work with. And I don't think I would want it any different. And I could agree to that statement that people, they don't care, because there are people who do not care about you. But what he should have said was, people in the industry do not care about you, yes. But there are those who want to be there to help build you up. You ever see a sandcastle be destroyed? When a sandcastle is made and people destroy it. You know, you don't want to be that person that destroys a person's dream sandcastle. You want to be the person that helps build onto the architecture of their dreams. You know, our dreams are like architecture. They're like buildings. Our dreams that we have, our ambitions that we have, they're like the dreams that we have always wanted to think up of. And there's so many things that we can do to keep it going. And we just have to remember there are people who will knock us down and circumstances that will knock us down. But we can't always think that that's how life is going to be from here on out. No, sir. That's not how it is. You know, you could have the worst of days. You can have the worst of times. But when you know that you're at home safe and you have everything that you need at home and that's your safe space, you know that you've had a good day. If you go and drive to work and you come back home, even if you had the worst of experiences at work, you know why you've had a good day? Because you came home safely, because God brought you home safely, and you're back at home, all the family's there, and everyone's still together. That's when you know you've had a good day. If everyone's at home and if everyone is still there, you've had a good day. No matter what the circumstances are. I just feel that even though my family and I, we're having our hardships right now, this movie is a constant reminder to us that despite the bad, God will always be there to lift us up into his victorious right hand. And it comes to a verse that I know. Isaiah 41:10. It says, "Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand." Isn't that something? Isn't that something? It's like this one too. Psalm 33:22. Let your unfailing love surround us, Lord, for our hope is in you alone. Think about that. Our faith and trust in God is what gets us through. It gets me through the day all the time. Gets my grandma and my mom and grandpa through the day all the time. So if we were to just get up from bed and decide we're going to quit on God, even thinking about it, that's horrifying. You know how horrible our lives would be if we just gave God up? We'd be fools to give up God. Because once you hold on to this relationship with him, you don't go back to the life that you lived. How can you go back on it? Sure, you know, people will say a lot of things about God. He hasn't helped me out. Where's God been in this situation? Where has he been during this time of my life? He doesn't exist. He's not real. One thing I could say too is that, like in the song, it says, in his time. In his time. Okay? See, let me put it like this. God has all the time in the world while we don't. And us as human beings, we're so so impatient to the point that we want to get everything done. And we get sick from that. Physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. We can get sick from stress and from thinking about every single thing. And honestly, I learned that the hard way. I hate to admit it, but I learned it the hard way. I lost some of my hair. Some of my teeth got messed up from grinding because of school and from circumstances in life. But you know what? I gave it to God. And sometimes I still worry. I'm not perfect, but I still keep giving it to him. If you have anything out there that you just want to give it to God, all you just got to do is say, Lord, right now I am not in a good situation right now, and I need your help to get me through the day. Please come into my life and take over, and let your patience and your love keep surrounding me and keeping me focused on you. To be focused on the things that matter the most. To keep me realizing that life will not just be about the bad, but life is good because that we're still here. Life is good because we still have another day. That you gave us another shot, another chance at getting to conquer what's out there. Another day to take things as it is and turn it into a blessing. To turn the bad into good. Lord, let us be strong soldiers and get to move the mountains that are blocking us in our path, to give us the strength and the wisdom to keep going through the days and keep on pushing and pushing and pushing through to the point that we as your children can be able to say, here's my baggage that I don't want no more. It's in your hands now. It's not in mine. It's in yours. I am trusting in you and in you alone, and my faith is in you alone. In your name, we all pray. Amen. Simple prayer. I know I went a little bit more than I was expecting, but when the Holy Spirit comes to you, you are in for something that you will not even think about. You know, I know that a lot of the times, I know that people might be thinking, well, how come you react to other different things like superhero stuff, or, you know, you talk about these different other things and you're a Christian? Well, see, let me explain a little bit on that too. You can find God's word in anything in this world. You know, in the Bible, it also says that even the rocks will speak. Luke 19:40. He replied, if they keep quiet, the stones along the road will burst into cheers. What this means is that if we keep quiet about spreading God's word to other people, it doesn't mean that God's word will stop right there. It means that things that are not living, inanimate objects, that can include your smart device, your phone, your TV, your laptop, your computers, your consoles, music, those are stones. Inanimate objects that will burst into cheers, meaning that they will go and they will preach his word. You know, God could use anything. You know, he could be using me to help you. Whoever's out there that needs that help, hopefully you take this and you got something beautiful out of it. Maybe it helped inspire you. Maybe it helped you to live better. Maybe it helped you to maybe even accept God in your heart, get saved. That'd be an awesome miracle if this movie reaction helps people to get saved. I would be really, really happy about that. I'm still going to keep doing my reactions to my Adventures of Superman and Everybody Loves Raymond and movies and shows out there. I'm still going to keep doing them. But it doesn't mean that I can't incorporate God into everything. You've seen in my other videos that I have. And I'm not afraid of having to do so because God is everywhere, no matter what. So I want to say, to end things off, family is the reason why you're here. And even if you don't believe in God, then just understand that God, that people and that faith in your dreams and in your family and the support that you can get from them will go a long, long way, no matter what. I promise you that. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching my revisited reaction to Unsung Hero. If you guys want to see more videos like this and are excited for any upcoming videos that I have, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on any of my social medias, I have Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, aka X, my Discord and my Discord server, and my TikTok accounts, which all the links will be in the description below. And also, please check out in the description about buying this movie, and check out for King and Country, and check out Rebecca St. James, which their music is on YouTube, on Apple Music, on Spotify, on SoundCloud, anywhere on where you can stream music. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you all. Stay safe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.